What's up, guys? This is Heis, and we're once again on the ES&DT and Railroader today, and as you can see, we went full stupid. We went really full stupid. And so far, my experience with this specific full stupid is not been great, and I'm not a huge fan so far with some of the goofiness of this thing, but it is big, and it is very stupid. And it does look cool, seeing the two sets of drivers run. It's fun. We've got a full roster of things. We got now 19 locomotives on the railroad, but spoilers. Last session we ended, and then the post-game situation went for so long, I was getting very mad. And so we borrowed some locomotives. We borrowed a pair, or a trio rather, of big 210-2s from our friends, the Dangerous and Rapidly Getting Worse. And we need to update the tenders so that they say that rather than ES&DT. But we'll get that set up. Yeah, so we borrowed a couple things from the Grand. And they were appropriately numbered. 1400s were the F80 ones on the Rio Grande, which are even bigger, stupider 210-2s. But we did that, and yes, they're whistling, which is lovely. But they're going to be our red marble helpers, and then we have the ES&D 19, which is the front choo-choo of the whole 19, which the way that this mod works and the fact that it's two locomotives that you knuckle in, and then you also have to lace the air up, it just hurts my brain. I really hope, if you're out there, whoever the mod author was, take some notes from Greninja and the Skookum, the 14, because this thing is really cool. It's a cool model. It looks neat. Like, I enjoy seeing this big 2662, but some of the programmatic stuff is a little painful, and I would love to see it get a little bit better. So anyway, we're going to get the day rolling here. We've got a huge crew of folks on today. Lots of engines now. I mean, goodness, with the least locomotives, we are talking about basically 22 locomotives to crew. So we're almost to the point where we've got enough locomotives that every player could have a locomotive. But we're going to be one of two sections running up the to Bryson today. So I've got my class lamps on green to say that I am a leading section and there's someone following me. And once Jersey gets his butt out of the way because he had to service his choo-choo, service and fix his choo-choo at the shop, we'll get things rolling here. So we'll see you in just a minute. All right, well, passenger train is all out of our hair. The 17 is running some of the express train to do some switching, which is kind of hilarious. But
any weather is good, AC9.
My conductors told me we're good back for 20 cars, so bringing them back, 20 cars. And we decided off camera that we're gonna do the authentic big 2662 thing and run a cold drag. So we're gonna do that.
What's the bind to look at the end of your train again?
0.
9 or 0. I think 9 gets you to the rear end of the train.
It does.
That is correct.
I will be right back.
So, Zach, we should probably... I guess it doesn't really matter which set of cars we go first, but we want to grab the 3 Alarka cars that are on kind of track 2 there, and then we want to grab the big pile of garbage on track 1.
Roger that. I'm gonna head on ahead.
Roger that. Go do. And he runs off into the forest. The
Jersey,
madman
slow
through the
down.
trees.
How fast is this corner?
Like 30, 35-ish.
Alright,
That'll do, number 19.
That's like a 40 corner. She'll be right.
Whenever you're ready, AC9, you're okay to pull ahead. We're going to run around this thing. I've unlocked the switch. It's 9.
I don't know why the default lettering color is different between the engine and Tundra. It's weird.
We have a snowboard paper in the way. How do you want to handle that, Mark?
We'll just toss it over on one of the other tracks.
Yeah,
Okay. You got half car length? That'll do.
That'll do, AC.
All right. Yeah, break the pin off and
Bring it back.
and cut the turn the handbrake off. It's funny. It's
Here we
another
go, start the
dangerous and
Y.
rapidly getting worse car.
Okay. Snowbird is hooked to you.
Roger that. Here we go. I do like watching the 2662 have the two engines do the dance. That is fun. I enjoy that about this.
But it won't get that do-do.
No, it's a compound, so it won't do that, which is single tier. If anyone wants to make a big boy for Railroader. Actually, no, we actually have something better than a big boy coming to Railroader at some point, but I'm not at liberty to say what it is, so I'm going to tease everyone again. Anyway.
Mark, where did you say you wanted to put this?
Either of
on
these
the
other two
track
tracks,
adjacent?
doesn't matter.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, there's something better than...
You're clear.
What? know
Jesse's
about
like,
this
there's something better than the big boy?
No. I'm just like, there's something better coming than the big boy. I don't know about this, unless I do.
Oh, well, when we stop filming, I'll tell you guys. I think I've told Jersey about it.
Be all
I'm gonna save
right.
us a
I'm not
smidge
making
of
it.
time and bang myself into those other cars while you're getting that brake ready.
Understood. Want to make sure it's clear of the switch.
For sure.
What all's happening?
We're switching at Andrews here.
Oh.
That's what's going on.
Hey, Mark, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
I have no idea if this is real. What would happen if you were going full forward as fast as you could in a steam engine, threw it in reverse, and opened up the throttle? What would happen?
If you're going, why...
I'm talking
What?
about like in real life.
Sorry, I'm not questioning you. I'm questioning the fact that I can't get further back into this siding.
All right, you're okay to
yeah,
get
it
ahead.
does that from time
Into
to
those
time.
empties.
Oh, is this this is a problem with the H6?
I'm not sure what it's a problem with, but if we do this, this should fix it.
Oh, I think
Okay,
I know the
whatever
problem
this
that
is.
I'm gonna push this up towards you, so red light there, and I'll push this onto you.
Roger. As I get violently banged into. Unfortunately, we don't need that whole cut of that singular car. We need that whole cut of cars.
Well, now if you bring it back, it should be fine.
That's okay.
That is quite strange.
I'm
That
not
is,
sure what causes it.
that is more problematic than how bad the coal looks in the tender. But anyway,
I don't
that'll do.
I don't think it's a problem with the H9. I think it is something else.
Be
But
back, Ace.
that is
Interesting.
That is the solution to the problem I have found.
well, there you go,
Okay,
Adam. There may be a potential bug for you there.
It could also be the collision on something, because you might be too close to the boxcar to you'd be your left.
Sure.
Yeah, you split. Oh, sorry.
Oh, jeez. Here we go. And
Hard.
Idle Boom's helping us switch, and he's swearing. We're already here, 5 minutes in. There it goes.
Oops.
I mean, he's Australian. What do you expect?
And then throw the Whittier cars on top of these other ones, and then pick up the Alarka stuff.
Well,
That's
so
the most sensible way of doing
Colburner's
things.
being my conductor, so he's conducting things. You're more than welcome to help us too. But we're gonna just grab the coal stuff and the Alarka stuff. So
Well, yeah, I'm saying throw the Alarka stuff in front, the Whittier stuff in front of the Alarka stuff. Throw it down on top of the other Whittier stuff.
Alright.
And
Oh
no
yeah,
problem.
yeah. That makes the most sense actually. Yeah,
then pick up the Alarka stuff. Yeah.
let's do that. We'll do that.
Apparently, I can switch sensibly.
Well, I'd hope so, given your day job. So
I'll make it up as I go there as well. So
well, I think everyone who switches does.
It's a part of the job. You just get a knack for it.
Okay. So we need to go back and grab those four
but is the actual conductor going to do
Whittier
something? Or is
cars
he just
and
gonna
dump
sit here
them on
and
top.
watch
Are
me
you
do it?
you there, Zach?
Yep, I'm here, just quiet.
Yeah, if you could line us into the track 2 there.
Yep.
We'll back
Yep.
up and grab those 4, kick them over, and then we'll grab the Alarka stuff.
Oh, this is a 15.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were aware. I'm sorry.
3 cars. 19.
Okay, bringing them back.
2 cars, 19. Keep coming.
Oh boy.
Oh, jeez. This is gonna be
As
fun.
the amount of
There is a
people-
brick wall right there. I don't know what's
wonder if
wrong
it
with
is the
Andrews.
interchange.
I don't know what's wrong with Andrews, but there is a brick wall right there.
Yeah, let me, get a couple of these.
Yeah, if you would, you could probably just break all those Whittier cars off and kick them this way, I guess.
Yeah.
If the two, I mean, it's 3 cars or 4
We'd
cars.
probably actually
There's
take
4,
all
yeah.
the Whittier cars rather than the other ones.
What is it? Shift R, I think.
Shift R, yeah. I've got mine remapped to middle click so I can auto clicker it, but
The 050 button.
There you go.
it is also significantly uphill, so we may just have to do it with just the one car.
Yeah, try the one.
Yeah.
Why trains gotta be heavy?
Oh, why do grades have to disagree with steel wheels?
Well, also that.
Alright, I'm in.
Bring it back.
Where's people's needed?
So what we gotta do, Ray, is we gotta put rubber traction tires on locomotives like they do on models.
That'll work real good.
It's a flawless plan, trust me.
It'll be fine.
First mile.
You just need to knurl the tires on the locomotive.
You get to move forward.
About
19.
that doesn't make a lick of sense, but that's fine. There was a guy who tried to make a 120-sided driver tire, claiming that you'd get a lot more power out of it because you would have a big flat on the rail, but it would still be round enough that it worked. And
Just vibrate.
Until you slip
That
one
just
and
rounds
grind it
off
away.
the corners.
Yeah, it rounded off the corners and became a circle after about 50 feet, apparently. And the dude spent like months machining the tires
19,
perfectly.
19, you're welcome to come back.
Bringing it back.
About
Also realize,
five
You can
cars.
just kick these too, yeah.
if any of you have ever seen the Mythbusters episode,
Well, you cut him at the wrong spot. It's fine.
Jersey, we can depart.
Back again.
Back again. Here we go.
Double check, but we
And
should
kick
be.
'em.
Kicking.
if any of you have ever seen the Mythbusters episode on square wheels, you know
we have
exactly
nothing.
why that dude had a bad idea.
Yeah, Cole, I've got these ones if you
I'm
want to
pretty
just
sure
bang
there
off
was a
onto
plan
this
with
stuff.
square wheels, and it
Yeah,
got banished
line us
to
into
the Isle of
track
Mystic
2 and we'll get
Boys.
out of here.
Roger that. I threw a handbrake on those for you.
I watched that Rudolph Rankin Bass cartoon. I know what happens to trainers with square wheels.
Old square wheels.
But we need to
You
get
get sent
lined
to
in.
the Isle of Misfit Toys.
Come on,
Yeah.
Choo-choo. Go the other forwards.
You can just shove those right into place. You're line the whole way, SN9.
Okay, you're lined 19.
Line back in. Here we go.
Nope. What the hell happened?
We'll see if it glitches or not again.
What we're gonna do?
Guess we'll find out.
I want to say 5 cars now, 19.
5. Actually, slowing down using the automatic. Look at me being a good kid.
Just gonna get the pole chute all dirty because I hate the people who work here.
2 cars, 19.
It's a very short 2 cars.
Sorry.
Bang! There we
You're
are.
good. Yeah. Well, let me hook her up. Can I get in between?
Set and center.
Okay.
I've never been asked for 3-step protection in Road Runner before.
We have to start asking for 3-step.
That's awesome.
You guys don't ask 3-step?
Okay. Okay.
Not in this game.
19. You are clear.
Did
I
you
think that's
forget
all
what
we
the
need,
tender
right?
says?
Yeah, I was gonna say no one on this railroad's ever asked for 3-step.
Yeah.
It's alright, the other day I
this
spent the
railroad.
entire time driving around non-air, so I just used the independent everywhere.
You just slam them around. It's fine. Freight doesn't complain.
No,
You also-
I had a couple of cars that I had to bleed, and then I went to put the air through, and then it all escaped into them. And I went, okay, so I just cut the air between the engines, bled all the other cars, rather than waiting for it to pump all the way back up.
Right,
If
SN9.
you're
Just
switching,
inside.
man, that's the way to do it.
Oh no, this was where was I coming from?
Gravity drop this
Robo
corner
Cold
behind you.
Oh, I'm assuming you're talking about real life, not thinking about
No, in the game, I
was just like, man, he's just doing some
Oh,
cool
this-
flat
that's
switching
freaking
down under,
great.
I guess.
No, it was
Alright.
from Robinson to Silver. I just did non-air.
That's funny.
I wouldn't be surprised though. I don't think health and safety has been invented in Australia yet.
Oh no, it has. We are vehemently against doing any boost shunting, non-air switching, anything.
Also,
It has
we're
to be
the
true
ones
for
that are
everything.
behind.
God, there's so many whistles going on right now.
we'll have you. We'll bang into that. We'll drag it a little bit, and then we'll just we'll cut away from it so you can run around it.
Mark, I guess you could say the museum's rubbed off on me, and watching you guys do what you do.
No, that's a good thing. I'm glad you asked for it. That's perfect.
That voodoo
And
that
there's
you do
two
so
strange
well.
men standing in the middle of the track here. Who are these? Oh, that's me, and also Fizz is just staring at me. That's
I was
funny.
thinking.
I would
I
like
was
to point
thinking
out that
that-
I'm a Class 1 railroader, and I've never asked for 3-step in this game.
I was thinking that we were going to take this all back down to Bryson and then wait for the other freight to get here. But
Yeah.
this
That's
is
for
all.
tomorrow.
And I've set you for 3 road. I'm just going to pull the pin and ride this boxcar in, and you can couple up to the other one on 4
So
road.
this is our whole train. This is all.
Yeah, this, and whatever we pick up there.
Oh, that's a
that'll
red
do.
board. That's a red board. Hey,
why-
if you could go ask for permission past Andrews up to...
17
Well,
miles,
understand-
just
just a minute,
gonna ease yourself
Ace.
off, and
Hang on.
then
You'll
you can
understand
couple
my
up the other
brilliance,
car.
dude.
Mark, was that a request from me?
Yes,
For
yeah,
me?
if you could go
Okay,
ask
let me
dispatch
drop-
for permission
drop
out of
down.
Andrews. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You'll understand my
17,
brilliance.
I've cut this boxcar off. You can pull yourself up and then couple up to the other one.
What am I doing here?
Just hang on. I want to see what's the grade right here.
Hey, Mark.
Alright, so
Yeah.
I want you to stick this boxcar
Back to my
right
earlier
there where the
question.
flare is.
Take the decapod.
You
Say
want
you're
me to do
going
what
in
now?
real life. Say you're
I want
going 30
that
miles an hour
boxcar
down
back
the
to that
line.
siding right where the.
I heard the question. Let's let them have their conversation real quick.
Okay, we have, we'll be, as the dispatcher put it, we'll be smelling 13's butt, so...
I saw the high green, so we're gonna be sniffing butts. Roger. If you had a locomotive running quick forwards and you put it in full reverse and open the throttle, I mean, if you tried hard enough, you could get it to slip in reverse, which would not be too terribly hard, I wouldn't think. Typically, if you're gonna power brake, quote unquote, usually the guys in the mountain districts of things would haul the bar over like a notch or two into reverse and crack the throttle to do a little braking. So doing a crazy
Smoke box
ton of
dynamics
braking
is what I've heard it
would not be
called.
great. So
Alright, so now you're gonna put that car back where you got it, right where that flare is, and then I'm gonna have you back out. You're gonna pull up clear of that siding. We're gonna drop that boxcar behind you with gravity. You're gonna pull into knuckle into it. You're gonna pull ahead, back through the yard, onto our train.
God, this
I got exactly none of that.
Don't worry, we'll baby steps, friend.
the
Baby steps.
H6 has got a real bad case of the caffeine jitters. Looking at it from the front, the smoke box is literally quivering in its boots with how scared it looks. That's great. And I should stop staring at these air compressors because they are just 1-800 not fantastic, but that's okay.
All right, right there's good. That'll do.
I'm used to switching the entire other side of this railroad.
Oh, shoot.
that's squeaky.
Okay, well that's apparently too fast through there. Got it.
Oh,
Did you
I thought we'd done
yeah.
45 through there, but apparently not.
with a littler engine, more than likely.
Oh,
Alright,
does that
let's
matter?
forward.
Yes, the wheel does matter.
Oh, well, we're now the funny number. The engine's at 69%.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
And I wasn't even part of
No,
that.
no,
I'm going
come
to
back!
alcohol.
Don't go away!
Jersey, we're stopping at top number.
I know.
Could
I'll be there. It's nine.
Yeah, there we go.
Double
Yeah, the tender's off,
there.
and then once we get the tender back on, it'll be fine. You do have to cut the air in between the engines, because this is a silly implementation.
It's the way it works. I'm not going to question it, but I was just putting the engine back on.
Thank you. You were helping rear out.
Oh, it was in control. Do not worry.
Okay, good.
Move.
Good.
You're on a grade.
Well, in some hands.
Well,
You're
it's
on a
it's
1%.
authentically browned now.
No, we're clear, Jersey. We're good to go.
Mark has christened
1% grade. This
locomotive.
car won't move.
We seem to have too many engines on this end of the
Yes, it's
railway.
that time.
Well, the other engines are not doing much apparently at this moment.
I assume the 10 is going to form the other eastbounder.
It is making the second section of the eastbound, yeah. Yeah, because we've got the 10, it's doing the other eastbound. The 16 is the helper, so it should probably run to the hill. The 16 and the 18 are both helpers, and they should probably make haste up to the hill. The 17 should start switching the paperboard. And yeah, the 10, yeah.
You should make it over the hill. You should make it over the hill with just that.
We won't need any helpers. We're only at 790 tons, and we've got...
Well, you've got all the Gerber engines at Nanta, remember?
Right, yeah, exactly. So
the 16 and the 18 can just sort of stay here.
I guess, if they want to switch.
Because if you're going to assist, you may as well just assist from Andrews, because the train ends up at Andrews anyway.
Well, true. That's right.
Mark, this is your conductor brakeman.
Yes, sir.
After the next signal, it looks like based on our map, you're going to have a 30 mile an hour. I'd recommend a 25. But
Roger.
that's up to you.
Well, I mean, we'll run it at 30. It should be fine.
No, that looks good.
Recommendation
So you look like
the fireball.
you look like you're good for about 40 up until that right
Until,
before the left-hander into the signal, and then that all looks like it's about 35 running up to Rodo, and then about 35 just after mile
make her work.
93.
Oh, I see what we're doing here.
Just working your way along, she'll be right.
Yeah, we'll keep
Then we'll
plodding
be
on.
back we'll go back to loaded silver cars into the Y, and then we'll take off.
Why are there class lamps on the tender? Is that where they mounted them, on the coal board?
No. I think what me and Jersey discussed is that's where you store them and not where
Yeah, the Grand engines had that too, but they would store them on the ladder and then they'd display them on the corners, but you'd never see them up on the coal. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't think that's where they were, unless,
Yeah,
No,
that and they wouldn't be class lamps; they'd be marker lamps. I guess they're called marker lamps, but are the front lamps called marker lamps? No, those are called class lights. Good on you, Adam.
Yeah, they're classes on the front.
Yeah,
but we
should be green. We're a leading section. Whoever's clicking.
I was just flicking through just to have a look at them.
Sure.
But the annoying thing for me is I expect to be able to put red on the front as well for when you're running tender first.
I've never seen that in the US.
Okay, it may just be an Australian thing where you have to have either a flashing red light or a pair of red lamps at the end of your train.
You're supposed to, and later day diesels did, but I've never seen a steam engine that had an option for red.
Conrail inherited that from the PRR.
Alright, AC9, we are aligned, we got lights. We're going to shove all of these loaded silver cars into the Y for Mark, and then we're going to take off.
Yeah, on some Pensy engines up towards the top of the boiler, you can see it on the post-war K4s, they had a set of red markers.
Interesting. That's cool.
On air.
It's like learning some stuff.
Okay, you're coming up on your 30 mile an hour.
Roger that.
Mark.
Is it doing the thing again where the air recharge is like stupid slow?
Yep.
It's one of the few bugs I've seen in this game, honestly, is some of the air stuff, and then what we're just dealing with at the Andrews interchange. Is that an Andrews thing, or is that?
I've had it happen everywhere, but I'm not sure whether it's an H6 thing or an in-game thing. So
probably an H6 thing, if I had to guess.
That would seem reasonable.
Yeah, I had it happen at Nantahala the other day really badly, where even after we shuffled the car on by hand, it didn't.
Why is our brake pressure going down?
Hang on.
At the back of the train?
It could also be an experimental branch bug.
Nope, this is me doing something.
The weird collision issue.
Why is there someone swinging off the back of your tender, Mark?
That is where my conductor Zach is riding, which is, I mean, that's a
now
choice.
The brake should come back up. The cars are all uncharged.
Don't mind me, Mark. My legs are completely not numb at all.
It's fine. I don't have a caboose for you to ride in, so it seems, I mean, like a bit of a challenging place to ride, but a place to ride
Actually,
nonetheless.
what you need to do is you need to hang on to the rear knuckle. You are the Fred.
You are the flashing red light.
I am become Fred.
Pull out your lantern every once in a while, so you are a flashing red light.
No, you see, what we gotta do is we gotta tape them to the front of the boiler, and every time there's a crossing, you just scream to act as the whistle.
I keep looking at the stoker and thinking, oh, this must be an oil burner. No, it's just our silly oil burner that's been converted from a stoker, which we haven't taken the manifold off yet.
What the hell?
So we're using, we've got an oil ratchet, but everything else is fed from the stoker manifold.
That's funny.
The steam supply.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's already a steam manifold, so why bother? That's fun.
Yeah. They're gonna say do not need that many controls for the oil burner. So,
from somewhat experience, the curve should bite us enough to keep us somewhat under the limit, but you should be able to just use the independent instead of using the main train brake instead.
Hey, Zach?
Yep. Yes, sir?
Are we stopping at Rhoda?
I don't think so, no, why?
If you hear a long single whistle on approach to a station location, that is me asking, hey, are we stopping here? And it's your job to know. No worries.
You are not stopping.
Teaching.
That's not something I learned yet at the museum.
We don't tend to do it at the museum anymore because our neighbors get mad when we blow the whistle.
Oh yeah, that person that we shall not name. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's many. It's not just one.
Oh, fair. Anyway. I'm thinking of the one who with the giant pile.
Yes.
Your neighbors suck.
Yeah, I wish we could blow the whistle loud because it makes my heart smile. But anyway.
But also makes your ears scream too.
Oh, I wear earplugs, which means that I just make everyone else's ears scream. But
well,
anyway.
okay. Yeah. What was there first, the museum or the houses?
The museum, but it's zoned residential, so hands are tied. You know, it's kind of the thing. But anyway, it is a rule on the C&T, and they're much more religious about it than many other roads I've seen. Where
you know my experience.
Yeah,
there,
I do. But yeah, had you worked your way up to be brakeman and conductor, you learned it.
It had to be the key word, but they would never let an outsider.
Yes,
an outsider like me be that. So.
Right. Yeah.
Why would
you blow the long single whistle and approach to station locations, and that is me asking you, hey, are we stopping? And I don't think we're gonna stop anywhere until we get to Alarka, basically. Let
me check my note. Alarka Junction and Gap. That's all we're doing.
We might have pickups at Nantahala, Hewitt, Wesser, or those three. We might have pickups there. So take a look on the map there and kind of scroll up and see if there's any cars there that are going further.
I thought your second half was doing the switching and you're doing the coal drag.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Our second half is doing the switching, so we'll just highball to Alarka.
You're lined all the way in 89. I've got a flare placed up there. I'll let you know when to stop it.
19. There are no cars all the way. So
we're also I'm also forgetting the fact that I'm the coal draggy boy. I'm not the anything else. So.
If you were running exclusively the coal drag, then you could just set sail and the 10 pick up everything behind you.
There's three. Oh, those are the three diesels. Never mind. They'll be coming up on our left.
Diesels?
The DRGW diesels.
Oh, they're not diesels. They're F71s.
Oh, apologies.
Yeah, they're 210-2s.
Cool.
Going back to the subject of red markers on steam locomotive.
Class lamps!
Everything's a marker lamp here in Oz, so I call them correct.
They are not class lamps, Mark. They are markers,
they're markers
in VC text.
Fair enough. In VC text. Oh, we've got reference.
Yeah.
We are not stopping in Nantahala, or however you pronounce that.
Nantahala, apparently.
Nantahala, okay.
Oh, is that what the lower markers on those choo-choos are?
Yes.
Yeah.
The higher ones are class lamps. The pilot ones are markers.
Yeah, see, we just had red and white markers, so it was all the same.
That is super neat. I'm actually remembering to pull it up on screen so that everyone listening at home can actually see that, because I will forget to edit it in the video later. But yeah, your class lamps are up top, marker lamps down bottom. That's really cool. And I love those Penzi cast crazy markers that they had. Those are neat.
Wait, forward.
There was
switch up, and then stand by what you do.
And here's what I was talking about with the K4. You can see them up top to the left and right of the headlight there. In the post-war rebuild.
Yeah, those only light up red. There is no other color.
Oh, weird. Car here to pick up from the copper mine. That'll do.
And more for the viewers at home. These what look like class lamps are not. Why'd they put the dynamo there?
There's too many people here. I don't know.
Penzi.
The dynamo requires a lot more service than the headlight. Originally, they were switched around, as you can see in the 3 photos I posted.
That is, I mean, it makes sense, but at the same time, it's also like, really? Okay. That's funny.
It's a lot more of a pain to get a dynamo down than a headlight.
All right,
they're roughly equally a pain. I mean, the dynamo's heavier and off-balanced, but like,
well, I assume that the
they
dynamo
both
has
kind
to
of
come
suck.
down more frequently.
I mean, the dynamo you also need to take down to service a lot more than the headlight, which more
No, you
often than
don't.
not is just...
Service a dynamo? Take it off the engine? Come on.
Oh, I mean, with the Pensy, it wasn't so much service dynamo as take it off and replace it when it goes bad.
Yeah, fair enough.
I bet I found that. I throw a new one on it.
Whereas the headlight, it would literally just
you'd
be
leave it up
swap
there.
the bulb.
That's fair. When I think of service the dynamo, it's like you dump more 30 weight oil into the fill plugs and call it a day. But yeah, if you're talking about a rebuild, yeah, that makes sense.
I can only imagine the kind of lifting equipment is needed to remove the air pump to maintenance it, heavy maintenance.
Air pumps are heavy. Air pumps are about a half ton for a cross compound, so lots of straps. And I mean, we usually just use the backhoe previously, but now that we have the telehandler, we'd probably use the telehandler.
What about the crane in the roundhouse? You guys use that? The one that's
hardly ever use that because it's very inconvenient. There's not enough space around it, so.
I guess the PR had enough money to the point where if anything on the engine failed, they just put a new one on and threw it in the pile.
Pretty much.
Efficient.
We are not stopping in Topton 19.
All right, perfect. Test passed. Well done.
Number 8, you all ready to take off? We're going to take the siding in Brooks.
10-4. Do we have any pickups on the way?
Nope.
God help us, we got to run down Red Marble.
You'll be fine.
It'll be fine. We got air for that.
I'm trying to do the no cussing challenge for the sake of Mark's sanity.
I appreciate it.
So I failed it earlier.
So far, the only cussing has been Australian related, which is not surprising.
Is Miles ever show up in here?
I've not had Miles on yet. I don't know if he plays the video game stuff, honestly.
He's the other Aussie in our little circle.
In our small circle at the museum, but we have... It's surprising me. I love it. Australia is constantly battling out with Germany, Canada, and the UK as number 2 where most of my viewership is on YouTube.
So it's also the Dominion plus Germany.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting in that way. And to me, it's the most interesting because I would figure population-wise... I mean, I guess I don't know what the full population of Australia is anyway, but...
25 mil?
Yeah, I was...
No, 25.
Proportionately kind of like bizarre. It's like I wouldn't have thought that many folks down there like trains, but I guess you guys have a higher percentage share, which is really cool. So.
Well, do you know that's actually just large spiders and snakes?
Yeah, we're densely clumped into areas where you can run trains.
Fair enough.
More of the general population sees it. Whereas over in the States, you're all sort of so spread out that no one really sees it.
That's because a lot of your island is uninhabitable.
And also in the U.S., people seem to have a negative view of the railroads as of late due to a certain company that I shall not name.
Yeah.
I had nothing to do
like
with
even
Alligator did not burn down East Palestine. Confirmed.
Norfolk Northern or something like that?
Norfolk Northern? Yeah, that one.
The Southern with a Norfolk Southern skin on it?
That one, yeah.
More like
you mean the Norfolk Western's grandchild or child?
Something like that.
No, it's the Southern that just kind of absorbed the Norfolk and Western, and they just like to claim that it's the Norfolk Southern. That's why they just kept the Southern part in it, because that's what it is.
Yo, number 8. What's going on?
Yeah. Hi.
We're going into the siding at Brooks.
Yes, I was told that, and I'm believing that.
Mark, what's your speed?
I double-checked the map.
We're doing 31, and we're actually holding pretty tight with this 25-pound set? Yeah, 25-pound set,
awesome.
Which is a little ridiculous, but that's okay.
Once we get to
you're doing 30 mile an hour.
Once we get to the side,
4% down, right?
Hang on.
It's 4 to 5% down, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's 4.25. Oh my god.
If you make the application earlier, you don't have to use as big an application.
Well, that's probably fair. Oh, we don't have any locomotive that's set up to do the pulpwood to the paperboard yet. We should probably reassign one of the engines that's on
Those
the
aren't
list
even
and do
showing
that.
up on my 16 or the 18 or something.
Yeah, we should tell the 18 to do that. That would be
Mark,
wise.
those aren't even showing up on my map, so I couldn't have...
no, they're not ours to pick up. I'm just looking at them going, oh shoot, those need to go to Andrews, and they're here.
Yeah.
So... Yeah. I guess, or maybe William just...
Yeah.
Or no, you're there. Your username is entirely truncated. Can somebody go tell that to dispatch and figure out who the 18 is and tell them to do that?
Stop real quick.
Alright,
number 8. Whoever is number 8, are you planning to come back up to Bryson to pick up? Because I have 5 cars destined for Andrews, and I wanted to know if you were going to come pick those up, or if I was waiting for...
That is tomorrow's train.
You're building tomorrow's train to Andrews. Yeah.
Alright. I just wanted to clarify to know what to expect. Thank you very much.
That's tomorrow's problem.
Yeah.
Mark, is this considered Red Marble what we're on?
We're still going down Red Marble. Yep, it's fine.
Okay.
We're
I didn't know because I haven't unlocked
set.
this. I haven't unlocked this part.
Yeah,
of the
when
map
we get
yet.
to Nantahala, we'll be off the grade.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, this is the steep, spicy bit.
We will be taking the siding at McLean, waiting for the 13 to pass by.
Okay, let me... Oh, no, William actually just went to go tell dispatch that, didn't he? Sweet. Love that. It's like, I'm going to have to figure out whoever's running that train and tell them to do their job. Not that they know it's their job.
13 running light? Is that what they're doing?
No, 13's a passenger train.
Ah, okay.
So they're a passenger train with a 284, so they schmoove.
Yeah.
I love how the 19 shows up on the map.
On the roof.
Yeah, I haven't seen how it shows up on the map.
It shows up as 2 19s.
Ah, yes. Well, yeah, the ES&D 19 is the front engine, and the ES&DT 19 is the rear engine.
Right.
Because this mod is just scuffed in many ways.
Just capitalize it.
Is there,
it's fine.
Is there a way to edit existing mods? And then
I mean,
fix them?
If you know, if the authors of the mod do, that'd be great. But you know,
there are. It is also C#, so you can decompile them. It does not mean you can recompile them once you've decompiled them.
That's what I was wondering, if you could decompress them. I don't know if they're like an archive or if they're actually like hard code.
It depends on the kind of mod.
Fair.
But even if it is...
It's just Unity where you can unbuild and then rebuild it, but I don't condone doing that.
Yeah. I also tried that once, and it's, like, hard.
It's not that hard.
Because I was wondering if whoever did the Skookum could do what they did for this one.
Hey, Zach, meet Greninja.
Yeah.
Greninja, meet Zach.
Oh, hello. There, okay, there you go.
Yeah, I don't condone doing that, and I will not be doing that, and the mod...
Yeah, it's somebody else's mod. It's their responsibility to do it.
No,
could
that's
somebody theoretically decompile it? Maybe. But
You could decompile
the answer
it.
is yes, you can decompile it.
The answer is yes. The answer is
there are
it's
tools that will
immoral.
just work.
No.
Oh, that's squeaky.
That is squeaky. I set up some more air. It got steep right there.
Yeah, also very tight. We are not stopping in Nantahala.
Yeah, Mark, the 16 is doing the Grand County stuff today.
Oh, the 16. Okay. Perf.
And they were going to use the 18 to bring the stuff to Nanta and switch it out, but I told them to just tack it on behind the 10 and use one of the Durgla power to switch it out here.
Oh my god, the cacophony of these 3 210-2s.
It's just called the Hill. That's hysterical.
That is the crew for Red Marble.
That's funny.
Yeah, there is one Silva interchange in Nantahala that you could grab, but I don't think you're gonna.
It's not. That's our second section's problem. We're the speedy section.
That's fair.
Speaking of, I'm gonna run and use the restroom myself over here, so I'm gonna let the choo-choo just kind of do its thing for a minute. We'll be right back. Well, we've been sitting here at Wesser for the past, I don't know, probably good 10, 15 minutes. And hey, look, there's the other train. I had to painfully select the front engine, and I still have it selected to change the headlight, because you can't change the headlight on the main locomotive because this mod is kind of implemented stupidly.
No Jed light for you.
No Jed light. Oh, I don't have a whistle because I have the wrong engine selected!
Well, we're going too fast anyway. Okay, good, you caught it.
I got it and somebody else got it too.
Well, I think I did it as well just to make sure something happened, but...
Right. All right, let me go back to full bright here.
Now that I think about it,
we don't need to turn the rear headlight on the front engine.
Yeah,
I understand why they tried to do this the way they did, but at the same time, it's really, really stupid. All right, Mr. Conductor, if we could go get perms to go to Alarka, that'd be great.
Roger that. BRB.
Where you gonna go?
The 5 is on the approach to... if we could at least get to Almond, that would be nice.
Just go. You're the bigger engine. You'll win.
Yeah, can confirm. If you have the bigger engine, you do win.
Hey, look, a high green. Here we go. Thank God.
Small amount of greens from hunting.
19. We are clear for...
I saw the green. I saw the green board.
Well, I need to tell you where we're going, and now...
Okay.
Never mind.
You're picking up at Alarka Junction, the cars that I brought
but
up.
we're going to make a meet with the 5, probably at Almond, if I had to guess, looking at the map.
McLean, just before milepost 75.
At McLean,
circling
just
back
past
to an
Almond,
earlier,
yeah, right.
Circling back to an earlier conversation, Arizona's a little lousy on actual running preservation. Like, we have some cool stuff, like, non-operable, like, we have SP engines, like small engines everywhere. We have a big Northern Kingman that the Grand Canyon tried to buy and the city said no. Which will forever anger me.
Who doesn't love a 4 in service? Come on.
Again,
But literally, all that we have that's running is the Grand Canyon, the Verde Canyon, and Magma 10.
Yeah, that's 3 engines. It's more than Idaho.
Well, no. 1 steam engine, everything else is diesel.
Oh. Well, still, it's more than Idaho.
Idaho is cursed potato land.
I think Idaho doesn't have a single operating steam engine. I think they're one of very few states that don't. Most states.
What about Ohio?
Idaho also doesn't have a single operational
Ohio has a couple different operable steam engines. The Fancy Pants Roundhouse is over there at Sugar Creek, whatever it's called.
Doesn't 765 run out of Idaho?
765 runs out of Fort Wayne,
Ohio.
Indiana, but it may run into Ohio. But there's the Roundhouse.
How
and
would
they've
you
got
voluntarily
the
go
12,
into Ohio?
Yeah, I mean,
don't
it's a mistake. The leading number of astronauts from one state is from Ohio, and something about the state is so bad that people want to leave the planet. So.
Oh, come on! The little J&L engine's over in Ohio.
Oh, that's true. The little JL. That's right. The little
I have a friend who lives in Ohio, and he's always like, "Guys, no, my state's good, actually."
I like how I thought of the whatever the engine is at Age of Steam. That's the name of the Roundhouse. I think I thought of that engine first before I thought of the J&L engine, which I've seen run, and I ran recently, which is funny, but anyway.
Speaking of operational
how could you forget how that whistle sounded?
Yeah.
Speaking of operational engines, something on the last video you put up, Mark, on what's the longest rostered engine. The New South Wales 19 class was built, the first ones were built in 1877.
Okay.
And the last ones were retired in 1972.
So that's almost a 100-year service career in service for the railway. That's amazing.
In government service, yeah. So from big, strong 19,000-pound tractive effort mainline engines to the diminutive shunting engines of Darling Harbour by the 1960s and 70s.
That is amazing. I saw a lot of comments on the video that were genuinely interesting and fun, and a lot of them were from folks down under. It sounds like you guys have had a lot more longer run steam engines than we did over here, which is
because we can't be bothered to buy new stuff. We just keep throwing small engines at the problem.
You're in the middle of nowhere. Like, either you build it yourself, which takes time and doesn't always end well, or you import it from somewhere, which takes time and a lot of money.
Did Australia have a locomotive builder? I'm sure they did.
I believe there were several locomotive builders scattered across the country, but the two big ones, at least in New South Wales, were Clyde Engineering Works and Everleigh Engineering Works.
AC9, we're gonna wanna at the next signal. We're gonna want to take a pause. The helpers down there switching around at Hewitt.
All right, done for.
Mark, by the way, I don't know if it got said, we're going in the hole when we meet number 8.
In the hole to meet.
Oh, sorry,
I already met
number 5.
number 8, number 5.
Number 5. Apologies.
No worries.
One thing
I'm not meeting
looking at it, we're both on the approach. Hopefully, we'll just be able to saw by.
Well, except that number 5 is currently parked at McLean, and we're going to go round it via the hole.
Oh. Would they not fit at the station proper?
So, Almond isn't signaled, which is why the dispatchers always insist on doing it at McLean.
I see.
But I don't think the pass would have fitted at Almond anyway, because it's only a reasonable...
No, Jersey didn't fit in there, and if he's the same length as the 5, then no.
Same number of cars trailing. The engines are slightly different, but not enough.
I have like...
It doesn't really matter then. Like,
I have a question here, but I'm not sure it could be answered, but like, why was the US like so fast to dieselize?
Because all of our engines were all clapped out after World War II, and the government handed all the railroads pulled back to them. They left all of the running gear and most of our running equipment in very terrible condition. So
and
we had the biggest railroad system too.
You don't have to refuel it as often,
and
so
we
you can cut out all those intermediate stops.
My brain wants to say that we kind of pioneered diesel locomotive archetypes and power, but I don't know if
you
that's
certainly
entirely
pioneered
true.
the diesel electric.
That's
diesel electric, yeah.
I have no idea what they were doing over in England at the time. I know they pushed for dieselization right around the same time we did.
And it didn't work because they were running steam into like the 70s, I think.
They tried pushing for mechanicals and hydraulics rather than the DEs.
Why?
The DEs, because that was a technology they pioneered. They pioneered the DEs.
That doesn't mean it's good.
No, but they insisted on trying to prove that it was. The same
yes.
They're trying to prove that the E's were good.
My idea, so I'll stick to it.
Like, come on, just throw more Deltics at the problem. Deltics are cool.
I'll die on this hill.
But eventually they did realize that, yes, diesel electric is the most efficient diesel locomotive, so... Which is
what I think about...
almost everywhere in the world uses now.
What I think about is cool about German steam is that a lot of their tracks still run right down their streets, and there's a lot of like pictures of it too. So I think that's pretty neat. You know, having
reminder that you're turning into the siding here.
Yep.
I think the most disappointing part about modern railroading is that, like I said before, it's kind of a solved game. Like, you can't really differentiate from the proven formula. I mean, like, they're doing the big push from DC to AC because traction motors are a little bit better for wheel slippage and
there we go. I was gonna say no love from no love from the 5 until there was love. We had to do it right.
There's also like a whole push for hydrogen engines, which is like, okay, cool.
Yes,
nuclear train
work in railroad.
Yeah, let's do a nuclear train. I'm down for a nuclear train.
Nuclear train, right? We already have that. It's called string up wires and fuel them off of nuclear power.
The End of the Giant did say that we were using the atom on the railroad. I don't know where, but they said that we were.
Excuse me while the 19 does a drunken slosh as we blitz through that thing. It's fine.
Although, how's your water glass looking there, engineer?
Well, the water glass tells me how much water's in the tender, and I just kind of hate that still, but, you know, that's going to be my opinion. So...
Oh, I didn't know that.
Whoops. Yeah, it shows the water level in the tender because there's no steam sim. So
I don't know what's going on up here.
Why was the signal?
Mark, you might want to slow down. We're coming up on a
taking our stuff up to. We're just gonna follow them up to Nantahala.
Okay.
Just take it easy. Don't hit them, or do. It's up to you. I'm just a sign. I can't stop you.
I think it's really neat
the signal
to.
would have cleared. The signal would have cleared because he normaled the switches.
We do have we do have.
It should really be a controlled stick,
oh my
but
God.
big deal.
Well,
we did have a short.
we're slogging along through here. We got a couple more miles to go to Alarka. We'll meet you when we're there when we're doing some switching.
And that gets.
Woo!
How much more speed do you reckon you can coax out of this thing, Mark?
Oh, you want some more speed? Oh, we're doing
Oh,
that.
no, I
We're
need
doing
you to
that
be able
kind
to
of
get away
Dutch
from
drop.
me.
Got it.
You need to get away from me. Remember?
Beans.
No,
Well, you said
line
flying.
to the main.
You said
You are
flying
lined
switch, so
into the Y.
I'm gonna go
just
yell
so
at
you're
dispatch real quick.
line us to
No,
the main.
line him for the main. Line him for the main.
Yep, on the
Okay.
main, please. Otherwise, we're not gonna get.
All right, you're lined onto the main.
What do you want me to do? Because I have no idea what's going on.
We're doing a Dutch drop right now, which we mistakenly called a flying switch.
Once the Robo stuff is clear, throw the switch so that the Alarka stuff can just roll up the triangle.
Whoever's doing
already
that,
disconnected?
clarify whoever the person is, because I'm in the dirt.
Yep.
Oops. Just keep trying to get away. Keep trying to get away.
Throttles on.
Throw the
Okay.
switch.
Dumped.
Don't care about the dirt. Just get out of the way.
What were you saying about us and Dutch drops on this railroad earlier? 29%, which, it seems about right for
Put the handbrake on the tank
locomotive.
car.
I did that so it wouldn't brown itself.
It would have been fine. I said I was watching it.
I didn't
I'm
know.
not able to push
It
this
was
back to the
flying by
track.
me fast enough. That
Shift
I
R.
I am. Oh, there it goes. Now the game decided to listen to my.
Yeah.
Well, it's a
gonna
bizarre
keep trying
mod, so
to push this up.
it's fine. It's fine.
Alright,
It's fine.
Come on, two of us can do it. Two of us can do it.
I believe. where does this need
I'm
to go
still
in the Y?
reporting as derailed.
Yeah, your front
front
truck
engine's
isn't
dead.
wanting.
Oh.
It's not wanting to re-rail.
You'll need to back up.
Cylinder head. Cylinder head. Click the cylinder head.
Click the
to
cylinder
rail
head.
it.
Apparently.
You'll all either that
front-
or you might
the
need
front
to back
head.
The
Maybe. Or
so
maybe
does this
not.
need to be lined into the yard at Alarka, or
Can I-
There it
No,
goes.
no,
Oh,
we'll
there we go.
just dump it on the triangle.
Oh,
Just dump it
the
in
pilot
the
is what he was
triangle.
talking about. Gotcha.
Alright, putting it into the triangle?
Okay, well, I guess we can shove these cars up to Robinson unless there's more that gotta go up there. No.
No, just
Okay.
shove them all after Robo.
You're good to come back. I'll get your switch.
Shoving them back to Robbo. Here we go.
What time's Smoko?
I assume we're good by this red board.
That's because the switch is unlocked. Don't worry about it.
Roger.
Well, it would have been red anyways, because I just threw your switch up into Robinson.
True. Darn signal logic being safe.
Who needs ETC?
Just spat it. She'll be right.
Yeah, I'm glad we're going to Dills with, or not Dills, with Bryson with this thing, because it's going to need it. Channel admin for Discord, Sits, had a great idea that I want to try, that I think would be funny.
Oh.
Sits suggested that we only buy repair parts for Bryson.
And make that the actual.
I just got kicked from the server.
Shrug.
So I get what he's getting at with that. I will counter with that. That doesn't make a lot of sense if just because it would be logistically not feasible to have everything run all the way back to Bryson.
That is the point. Do you see what's
Everything
written
ends
on
up
the
at
tender?
Bryson, though. Everything ends up at Bryson.
Well, not
Except for
everything.
Not things like the locomotives that live in Andrews.
Yeah, she'll be right. they can just get browned. She'll be right.
It's fine.
Mark, as a reminder, this is a 15 mile an hour.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
It's good for 30. Oh, maybe not with this engine. Maybe not with this engine.
Probably not
But
with
the hoppers,
H6.
all of the wagons are good for 30.
Has anyone got a clear 10 to get the hell out of here?
Oh. That sounds like a question for dispatch.
Yeah, we're making more money.
Money.
we'll pay no attention to the fact that the debt decreased by like $100,000 before we bought the H6. When we bought the H6, we borrowed locomotives from the Dangerous and Rapidly Getting Worse, and also took a loan from them, which seemed like a stupid idea, but we did it. So
I've never heard the DRGW called that.
The Dangerous and Rapidly Getting Worse.
Yes,
that's what it's called. That's what it stands for.
That's the name of the railroad in this universe.
That's the name of the railroad in general.
I mean, we're lined into the stub track for this boxcar.
I just witnessed a failed flying switch.
Can we kick that?
I reckon we could, yeah.
That's uphill, but like, pull the pin.
Well, if we're doing 20 mile an hour, she'll be right.
Pull the lever, Crunk.
Big Stoopids switching.
Oh my god, what are they doing up here?
We have some Andrews Interchange coal cars
God,
up here.
this thing stopped violently fast with its independent.
Oh yeah.
It's because it's 2 engine sets. Like you've got what 12 brake like you got 6 brake axles plus then the tender as well, so like 10 brake axles.
And this
lined up to
some of these big engines had brake shoes on the trailing truck, though it doesn't look. This isn't modeled that way. Not that I trust the model, because the trailing axle.
That's right. I've seen that a couple of times on US engines.
So spindly.
And I think it's odd.
It is odd. On big standard gauge stuff, I've seen it on the trailer and the pilot wheel too before.
Oh, and the pilot wheels. Ugh.
Yeah, that was on the Pennsylvania Railroad K4s when we walked around the 1361 at Altoona at the Railroader Memorials Museum. Fantastic place to visit, by the way, if you haven't. We were looking around the 1361, and I was like, "Why does it have brakes on the lead truck?" And the answer was, "Well, hey, commuter train running crazy schedule needed to stop fast and start fast, so they gave it all the brakes they could." Which
that's
which makes sense.
A little bit of independent here and there doesn't hurt.
Right, which is also why the GS series engines, the daylight engines for those of you less hip, actually had a special, even in the 1940s and 50s, had an electronic brake. They had the automatic, but then they had an electronic automatic that caused the valves to set up faster so that they could run the engines into the stations faster to keep the schedule fast, even in the 40s.
Oh yeah, EP was around for a while. I don't think any of our steam engines got it, but a lot of our electrics got EP.
Right. It's just funny to think of a steam engine built in the early 40s that ended up getting it.
Do we know if we're going to need to take these Andrew interchange?
We can take them down to the to Alarka, sure. The Alarka junction.
Handbrake's coming off.
Yeah, they should just roll right onto us.
Just make sure you outrun the mark.
Roger. Yeah, we should, even at the current pace.
And they don't have any air in them, so it's just down on the independent.
11 contact DS. Now! Things are happening in game chat. It's fine.
Which one's the 11?
That's the Whittier area switcher. So Whittier, Wilmot,
it's
Ella.
logo, yeah.
The half of the railroad I've not been on in a minute. Next session, somebody remind me. I need to play on the east end of the railroad because I haven't played it in a minute.
You're the president, right? Shouldn't you be, presidenting around your railroad?
Well, I should, but that doesn't mean I'm going to remember that I should do that because
we need to put together the C-Suite Express. Back-to-back.
Got an estimate on how fast those cars are going?
I'm trying
absolutely no idea. It feels like about 10.
We're doing 8. They're probably doing 12.
8, and we're catching up, so about 10 is right.
Yeah, now we're doing 10, and they're barely creeping in, so they're probably doing 11.
Yeah,
maybe
I've been
12.
applying and on applying the
well done. So. All right, tie the air in if you would as well.
Got it.
No, because that'll just dump
you're all set to go.
Oh well, you gotta shut the rear angle.
There's no air in it, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
The back?
I suppose that means that the brakes aren't going to come on. Yeah.
No, yeah, the cylinders weren't charged, so we're fine. Or the reservoirs, rather.
Angle clock on the back is closed.
Yep, I see that on my UI. Thank you. Mm-hmm. So we just got. We're gonna toss these at the junction. We're gonna grab the other cars at the junction and highball down the hill down to Bryson, and it shouldn't be too much longer, and we'll We'll make her there. Biscayne's re-railing a car. Oh boy. Committing
lying.
sins.
You're
Who's
lying
in
in
10?
the line, by the way, Mark.
Roger, line in the way. This thing is a... Running this engine with this train makes me feel like running 491 with Polar, where we're running the really heavy engine with a couple wood coaches behind it. And it just, like, you dump the automatic and it just doesn't do anything.
Honestly, it's just as effective to just run it on independent with a train this light.
Oh my god.
Well, yeah,
kidding,
have you ever
Bryson, so-
changed driver brake shoes? Have you ever paid for driver brake shoes on a steam engine? They spendy.
Yeah, well, it all comes in the repair parts box car. Should be right.
Are we recording right now?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm just gonna hold my tongue real quick.
All right. One of my brakemen and/or conductor. I'm assuming that I can blow through that red board up there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's unlocked, so just spat it. Should be right.
She'll be right.
This.
No worries.
I don't think I've heard that phrase or processed that phrase at least before. I've probably heard it, but I've never processed that phrase before, and you've used it probably in the last 10 minutes. You've used it at least 15 times, and I like it.
She'll be right or spat?
She'll be right.
No worries. Alright, so dispatch doesn't yell at us anymore. I'm locking the switch back.
More people re-railing stuff? What railroad is this? Is it the ES&DT? I guess.
Tonnage first, safety last.
Well, on that note, I will bring up the other railroad that this could have been.
It's fine.
The extremely treacherous and watch me die.
Extremely treacherous and watch me die.
Question: what is the speed
I
record
know you
for the
remember
ES&D?
72 miles an hour.
Dropping cars. Or are we leaving? Where are we leaving them? I
We
think
should
right here.
kick him into the yard.
We'll kick him into the far left track in the yard, I reckon.
Okay.
And it's downhill into the yard, so it'll make for an easy kick.
Okay.
Oh wait,
Somebody's
I'll get the
cleared
switch.
high greens on the main.
yeah, it's 10, and they're not doing it. Okay, now they're moving.
Okay,
There's,
19 to clear.
there's no one near us on the map, so I think we're
Yeah,
fine.
just keep it going. Another car, and ready. Bring it back.
All right, bringing him back.
I feel like a fifth
kick.
wheel here.
Kicking him. Hey, I guess somebody's shoving those. It's like those Alarka cars are drifting off over there. Should I be worried? No, it's fine.
Fine,
And
I don't
we delivered everything, so this is the rest of our train going all the way down
So
into
those
Bryson.
Andrews are going all the way to Alarka, or
They're going up to
Okay,
Alarka
good.
proper, yeah. The
okay, because it
Ooh.
looks like they were just going to coast all the way.
The five hoppers, yeah. It's
Half a
steep,
car
so
length,
it's just gonna stop
19. There you go.
Gonna run back, check all your oil so we don't do the thing again.
That's alright. Can't be as bad as my hotbox, which was the first one. Oh, I'm not going to be the one who has the first hotbox in this railway. Has the first hotbox, drags it for like 10 miles.
It's
Yeah, your
fine.
oil's-
And then doesn't extinguish it and just keep. It was on some Alarka Junction expansion car or something. Or it might have been going to Alarka, I can't remember. And I just kept dragging it all the way up here.
Hopefully
19,
the
you're
15
oiled up on your locomotive.
Oiled up on the engine, thank you.
Cars are.
I'll go best of dispatch.
Whoever is shoving the cars around, I hope you know that there's a locomotive coming down this way. That's probably a no. I'm gonna start moving though and help them move them.
Matatine. I don't know who that is. And people are shoving cars against him. It's fine.
New track speed from Jersey, 72.
Oh, I see that. New speed record, whistle sound. Yep. And proven at that. Here's the screeny.
Auto, high greens to Bryson. Going into the hole at Bryson to drop these in the yard.
High greens at Bryson. Or to Bryson. Going to the hole.
I assume we're going to go into the yard and drop these cars there and then shove back to the roundhouse.
That would indeed make sense.
That's apparently what we're doing, so we'll go with that one.
There we go. I can feel these loads. The car's just so much heavier. That's funny.
Yeah, Mark, I tend not to use anything more than 75% cutoff. And that seems to actually get you a nice amount of speed pretty quickly.
Interesting.
I don't think... I think 100% is 100% cutoff and you are admitting the entire time instead of the usual 75, which is full forwards.
Yeah, 75 is light for full forwards on most engines, in my experience.
Yeah? What do you guys think about that?
I'm gonna finish conducting these chuckle nuts, and then, but all you have to do is just back onto those cars and then take off for Andrews.
Yep, I've seen it.
What I'm used to seeing is about 85 to 88 to 90%.
Did you also see 10 take off on its own?
Yeah, they had 2 cars that they had to drop off for Nantahala, so I had them shove in. It's in there. They're in there on the siding, and then that other helper's gonna tack their stuff on the rear.
We seem to have a fleet of people trying to push these 3 wagons out of the way for the Alarka pass.
Well, it's either that or watch the Alarka passenger locomotive cream this, so...
Mark, off the top of your head, how much of the old Como to Breckenridge, I think it was, route is still not taken up by highway or not underwater?
Como to Breckenridge? 0%. It's all a dirt road.
Oh, it is dirt road now? Okay.
Except for, I guess, towards Breck it might be a little bit more paved. I've not been to Breck myself, but the Como side and up and over Boreas Pass. Yeah, that's all dirt road.
Gotcha.
I've heard people joking about relaying that, and it's like, don't joke about that. That'd be cool. Do it.
Yeah,
make
do
happen.
Well, you got to get Kenosha Pass relayed, and then you can do the Como to Breckenridge.
Now, Kenosha would be problematic for a number of reasons, other than 3.
Well, because Grandma would have flashbacks and have PTSD.
So that's where we're running the that's where we're running Montezuma when we finish building it, isn't it? Is we're going to rebuild the line and run it over Kenosha?
That makes literally 0 sense, but it would be fun.
Well, so the cut that used to be outside of Jefferson is still there. The cut is through the landscape.
There's a lot that is still there in terms of Kenosha Pass, but it's mostly privately owned or is now used as what's the word?
Outland?
No, it's like power lines and stuff go on it.
Oh yeah. Well, they've been talking about moving those, is what I heard.
Well,
so that they could relay the top of Kenosha where those power lines are.
Well, the top Kenosha is already relayed.
Well, I meant where the power lines are towards the top,
near Jefferson. Yeah. Well, that's not near the top. That's on the west side and kind of at the base of the grade. But it's that's near, because Kenosha is like, it's 2 miles up on the west side and it's like 30 miles on the other side.
Yeah,
it's very silly in the way it is.
Where does it come down into Georgetown? We are not stopping, by the way, here.
Yeah, I gave you the 2 whistles. No, Kenosha, Georgetown, and Silver Plume were the end of the South Park line, later the CNS. There was I can't remember if it was the Colorado Central or the Argentine Central. There was a branch with another railroad that ran north, or not north, but further up the mountain rather, in Silver Plume. But the Silver Plume...
Really gonna need a helper for
Silver
12
Plume
cars?
was the end of the railroad.
What was?
Silver Plume where Georgetown Loop ends.
But
and other shoppers.
I mean, where does so it goes over?
Kenosha.
Where does it
Kenosha
come
comes down through Waterton Canyon, down south of Denver.
Gotcha.
If you know where Roxborough Park is, that neighborhood in Waterton Canyon.
No, I don't. Not off the top of my head.
C470, get off on Wadsworth, and then drive south for 10-15 minutes. You get up to Waterton Canyon, basically.
Okay.
And that's where it came down. That's where it came down and tied in.
I got 1402. He's gonna come up, give us a hand.
Yeah, I'm surprised we're not making it, but granted, all of these cars are loaded.
Apparently,
how many cars do you guys have and you're struggling?
We have 963 tons, 12 cars.
12 cars.
Oh, 1 in 20, mind you.
With how much tractive effort?
Oh my god.
Get red marbled.
They have the biggest engine. They have the formerly biggest engine in the game. They have the
F71. Is basically pristine. Yeah, this grade is stupid and garbage.
The Santa Fe's are only
red marbled.
The Santa Fe's only good up to about 700 to 800 tons, including the locomotive, though. So
yeah, you yearly said 5 to be generous.
I'm dumping half the train. No.
Yeah, this is why we have so many 210-2s that we leased from the dangerous.
That's all right.
And
like I said,
getting worse.
1402. He's coming up behind us. He's gonna give us a hand.
Oh my god. Struggle
really
must have
barely
over
made it.
there.
Look,
It's fine.
Mark, I'm gonna be honest. I thought we were fine with 900 tons. I didn't think we were gonna stall.
It's a 5% grade, dude.
Yeah.
Expect to not have tractive effort.
This is not a mainline grade. This is a
I was gonna
stupid
say, you
garbage
have to remember,
grade.
I work on
Stupid
2%
garbage
grade, and I was just like, well, I mean, like, I forgot it gets up to 5.
The steepest grade in Arizona is 5.6%, and that's on like copper short line nonsense. This is just stupid. I will find whoever laid this grade and beat them with my bare hands.
This is not a main line. This is not a main line. This is a short line. People keep forgetting that.
It's a very long short line.
I thought the Saluda grade with 7% was a good idea.
This is a short line where people run it like a main line because of the sake of running a multiplayer game.
The G&W subsidiary.
Yeah.
As a reminder, Colorado Pacific Rio Grande, who just bought the I forgot the acronym for it, but San Luis Central is I think at least 5 miles minimum, and they still call it a short line.
Well, it's a short line.
So
yeah, well,
yeah.
Short lines are it's based on class anymore. They used to be called short lines, but
it's more of a state of being than an actual.
Here we go. We're moving.
About Saluda being that steep, that's just because the Southern is a stupid railroad.
Well, guess who built this branch, friend?
The Southern. And they're a stupid railroad.
Yeah.
And they wiped their butt across Ohio. Thanks, NS.
Because tunneling was more expensive than just building up a 5% grade.
I like to think that
more engines are the problem.
I like to think that for lower reasons that I work over
much.
here instead of on NS is that
to give a little bit of a historical clarity to this, by the way, the reason why we're having this problem is because we're running more freight than ever ran on this line in actuality during a daily scheduled run. Like, by a factor of 10 times the amount of freight.
Exactly, which is why I was saying we're running at like a class 1 when it's a class 3, even, so.
Yeah.
Mark,
the problem is that we're in the South and we're not the Southern Railroad. We clearly just don't serve the South.
Well, so the fun fact is we have 2 of the Southern prototypes that ran on this branch in-game, being the T-22 and the C-46.
Yep.
And those things had no problems whatsoever servicing this thing when run realistically. So if we put everything down to Tier 1, I think we'd be fine.
Yes, let's make
less
no
funny. So.
Yeah.
But I like to think that, for lore reasons, that the ES&DT just kidnaps me every once in a while off the NS line at the interchange.
Yes, the NS,
I will
the no
speak
survivors.
to the Bryson switcher and see where he wants those cars.
The only good Southern is the Southern Pacific. Citation needed.
And is for no survivors when you planked it.
I mean, granted, you can't spell stupid without UP. That's when everything really started taking a dive.
Oh boy.
NS nonsense.
My grandpa worked for the SP for a long time and worked through for a little bit under UP. The difference is night and day.
All right, yoinking through.
So
the
I just
turns
noticed
here.
the tender on this helper, dangerous and rapidly getting worse.
Yeah, that's the DNRGW.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, Mark, we are going to go into the yard, so steady up and I'll throw this switch, or I won't. No, we're still going too fast, so I won't throw the switch. Just pull up short of the crossover and we'll take the engine into the roundhouse and leave the 12 to switch it out, because that is their wish.
Love that. Give the 12
So if you
their
just wanna pull up,
agency, and it means that I can edit a video.
If you just want to pull up shy of the crossovers there.
What's that you say? We're going to railroad like it's a railroad, make the switcher do its job.
I know.
Crazy talk.
Darndest thing.
It's what happened the last time when I was in charge of this yard, too.
I've just been delayed a bunch because the people at Nantahala didn't know what they were doing.
Hey, I fixed that, Joe. It's alright.
Yes, and I thank you for it, but I want to go down there and slap every one of them in a row, except, like, one, because he's my friend.
I'm sorry, Mark. I didn't...
You're fine.
I don't know if you're recording or not, but...
I am,
it isn't.
and Joe was
okay.
accurate, so don't feel bad.
It's okay. You'll just be Lunkenheimered.
You know, I still have a less swear count than, you know...
Some people.
Some others.
That'll do, Mark.
Yeah, honestly, this
Good to come back.
episode, thankfully, has not been so bad. So,
back.
Yeah. You want me to fix that, or?
No, that was not an invitation, the rest of you.
But it was incredibly funny.
It was fun.
Are we recording?
I am recording, and yes, people are
Okay.
swearing. And we're putting our engine back in the shop. We're pretty much done here for the day on the 19.
I am trying to be well behaved for my first presence here.
We appreciate it. You know, the markable notice is that there's been less swearing because there's an absence of Goose and an absence of Physicist in this channel. Goose won't watch this episode this far through. Physicist might. In which case, you know, thank you for not swearing, but also you. Love you, buddy. Anyway.
Well, I mean, he said that. He was just like, oh boy, I got so many swears in my thing, and I was just like, why did you do that to that poor man?
It's fine.
He's gonna have to scrub through there and, you know, put so many whistle blowings in there. It's gonna be like a cross.
It's why I timestamp it.
Timestamp.
I don't not timestamp it. That's timestamping. I don't know what that is, but when I timestamp stuff,
timestamping for top chats.
Yeah.
Yes.
Timestamps help a ton and make it easy. But goodness, watching the coal load on this thing, and the coal load in this locomotive looks so bad.
Yes.
Please,
Looks like sludge.
Please do
Looks like
better.
sludge.
We're about to sign off
Yeah.
here, but like, this mod is really cool. Like, it's really neat. Like, having a big 2662 is super cool. It feels nice. I like it. Watching the rods do the dance is good. A lot of the model is pretty good. A lot of the model is really bad.
That
Where's-
like really bad.
Where's the next service out of Nantahala?
Good question.
Which direction are you going?
To Andrews.
Andrews.
Yeah, we'll just put it to bed.
We are
I'm in the midst of
extremely
a
low on
narrative
water.
pace here, AC9. Figure
going
out your water
downhill.
situation.
You're
Anyway.
going downhill. You should.
I was about to say AC9. Luckily for you, the rest of this is all downhill.
It's true.
Literally.
As is
It
this
is all
model,
downhill
because
from
this model is...
And that's a good thing this time.
Yeah. I would be happy to give you guys reference and feedback if you want to update your model. People talked about the front engine yeeting off, and we didn't seem to have that happen, which is good. But there's a lot of challenges and problems with this model, and I would love to help consult if you'd be open to it. Because, you know, rising tides raise all ships, and this is a very neat thing, but it needs a lot of work and probably a re-implement, if I'm honest, because you know, this whole situation with the knuckly air brakey in the middle of the choo-choo through the cylinder blocky makes me not happy. Anyway,
And
as always,
and
everybody, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you guys, and we will catch you all next time.
Whoa.